truly want to learn what it takes to build your credit and secure your financial stability, drop a 7 in the chat because I like 7 figures. Can y'all give me some 7s? All right, I see the 7s dropping. That's what I like to see. That is awesome. So, guys, I'm going to dive into this information. I'm going to share my screen with you. Hey, Coach Kev, if you can help me out, I need you to make me a host so that I can actually share my screen. Guys, keep dropping those 7s in. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with all of you. We're going to dive right into the information. So we can agree, man, it's a time right now to definitely fix your credit. All right, there we go. So welcome to United Credit Education Services. Let me just X out this box. So we are a company that you can most certainly rely on. We were founded in 2004, headquartered in Farmington Hills, Michigan. What we have here is a very unique product and service for our clients. We are unlike any other company you could even try to compare us to. There's no comparison. We have a unique collection of services that have been carefully selected to provide our clients with financial protection and opportunity. We are completely a debt-free company. This company has helped thousands of people. Now, here we are. We've only been in quarantine, I would say, we're in the 3rd week or 4th week. Do you know there are over 3,000 retailers going out of business, and that's just from the retail space. I'm talking about the big names like Neiman Marcus, The Gap, JCPenney, Forever 21. These businesses that have been around longer than you have even known them to exist, they're struggling in debt, so they're going out of business. But here we are, a company that's been debt-free, and we've survived the recessions in 2007 and 2008, and we're still standing strong. And we actually have had the same key founders since we opened our doors. So that really means a lot. The company hasn't been sold off and had new ownership. No, we have the same key founders. That should mean a lot. So why is this more important than ever? See, as you can see, the single biggest difference in financial success and financial failure is how well you manage your money. So it is and I see you guys raising your hands. Is everybody okay? I guess they are. Okay. So we can agree that, right now is a time where you actually get to self-assess your own personal financial management. Are you going to succeed through this shift that we're experiencing, or are you going to fail? Well, this product, we're going to make sure that you succeed if you follow the system that we have in place. It is simple to master money, but you also must manage your money. So we are not taught financial literacy in schools, and that is the issue why so many people fail financially. The system is created for us not to really have a handle on our financial management. Why is that? Well, if we don't have excellent credit, the banks get to charge us insane amount of interest rates on us borrowing the money. If we don't understand that if we don't have good financial management and we overdraft our accounts, the banks charge anywhere from $30 to $40 in overdraft fees. Do you know that they actually make billions of dollars on overdraft fees because a lot of us are not disciplined and educated on how to manage our money because we're not financially literate? So here's some five key shocking facts about what you didn't know about finances. Americans are drowning in a total of $1 trillion. The government has just approved a $2 trillion stimulus package just to help fund the American people, which means that we are going to be over $3-4 trillion in debt just by this shift that is happening, guys. So 56% of the people in the U.S. have no rainy day funds. I mean, here we are right now experiencing that. A lot of companies have gone out of business or shut their doors or furloughed their employees, paying them half of their salaries or nothing at all. And what this great awakening is have we really prepared for that rainy day? So what we're going to do is help you so that you never have to worry about another rainy day. 46% of baby boomers have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. And hey, I don't know if you've been looking at the news, but retirement plans and 401ks have been getting wiped out. So you guys, you got to really prepare for the future. And I think right now, more than ever, it's important to understand where you stand and how to be prepared. 40% of millennials have spent money that they didn't have to keep up with their friends, and most keep it a secret. We know keeping up with the Joneses, right? We go out, oh, the tab is on me. Oh, we're going to swipe our credit card because we don't have the actual cash available in our debit accounts. I mean, millennials, we have to do better as well. So, 43 million Americans have a credit score of less than 599. That is crazy, right? So, we can understand that poor credit can fill people with anxiety, embarrassment, frustration, fear, confusion. Now, let's be transparent. If you have ever felt any of these feelings, it's okay. We're all having an honest conversation. Drop a 3 in the chat because it's not going to last forever. So if you've ever felt embarrassed about your credit, or you felt frustrated that your credit didn't qualify you for that dream car or that dream home, if you felt embarrassed of going out on a date knowing that if you swipe your credit card, you were going to get denied in front of that date you just picked up, possibly off of Tinder or social media, let's drop some 3s and be honest. I feel you. But understand, it's really nothing to be ashamed of. It happens to great people all of the time. Life happens, and it's okay. What's not okay is not facing what happened and doing something about it. So, in contrast, once we accept the fact that we need to improve in these areas, we can agree that strong credit will leave you feeling confident, excited, abundant, correct? Ultimately, good credit scores open up possibilities to create the lifestyle you desire. Having good credit will put you in position to have that car, have that dream job, get that promotion at your job, get that new, qualify for fixing up things in your house on credit. I mean, there's endless possibilities. I've always heard from my parents growing up that cash is king and credit is powerful. An 800 credit score has more buying power than 100,000 in the bank. So, we can understand that obviously with good credit, it makes it easier to get a new house, a new car, low interest rates, on credit cards and loans. You have higher spending limits, which is something that we all could use right about now, and contracts without security deposits. Now, I just want to break something down to you. I'm a realtor, and I had a young lady who rented a house from a friend. She went to turn on her utilities. Her utility deposit was $650. Could you imagine? It's because her credit was a 450. Can we agree that if you could just have great credit, the frustrations of having bad credit just completely erased, right? I also had a gentleman who had a BMW. The interest rate he was paying on a BMW was 27%. He said, I've never experienced paying less than 20% on a vehicle. I said, what? You crazy. With our program, he actually was able to get his score up 150 points, and now he pays an interest rate of 6.7%. If that is not amazing, drop a 2 in the chat if you agree that that is amazing. So, welcome to United Credit Education Services. We are committed to helping individuals and families build, organize, and protect their financial future. This is a lifestyle. This is not just about you fixing the credit. This is about you truly, truly building and organizing, protecting your financial future. So, we have an award-winning protection plan membership that offers 12 life-changing products, and these are all of the services that I'm about to detail, so pay very close attention. Our credit restoration is our flagship product. Our credit education services can assist you with challenging the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous items. A lot of people do not know that they can actually challenge the credit bureaus even if the debt is theirs. So you want to challenge these credit bureaus to prove that they have accurate information about the delinquencies or the negative items that are on your credit report. The law was passed in 1971 called the Fair Credit Reporting Act that gives you that right. You don't have to wait 7 years for it to roll off. And oftentimes, more 8, 9, 10 years goes by, and those accounts still stay on your record because you haven't disputed it to be removed. Now, that is powerful. In addition to our credit restoration, we have a phenomenal credit building program What this will do is allow you to access your credit report in a very easy to understand online format. We have a plethora of financial library resources that can truly help you understand and navigate what is credit, how to build credit, how to maintain credit, and most importantly, what to do if life happens. In addition to this plethora of financial resources, we actually have a secured credit card. So if you are on the line and you have never had credit, you have zero credit and you want to build credit, drop a 1 in the chat. Now, let's be transparent. And I want to say that because we actually have a partnership with MasterCard where you can actually open up a secured credit card and build yourself a positive trade line so that you can actually have an established credit line. A lot of people come to me and say, I've never had a credit card, but I have a collection account from T-Mobile or AT&T. Well, once we fix that issue, what do you have? You're at zero. So you definitely want to be positioning yourself to build your credit. We also have an amazing program called Credit My Rent. If you are a renter, drop a 5 in the chat. And I want to identify the renters because I don't know if you know this. You are actually able to report your rental payment history to your credit to show as an installment loan category so that you can improve your score 10%. I have personally used this product and I have encouraged my clients to use this product, and they have seen their score raise anywhere from 30 to 100 points. Man, this is really, really phenomenal. We have a credit monitoring system. It's a very interactive credit report. It'll teach you about money management, and it'll also alert you when your credit score increases or if it drops, and it'll also give you tips on how to build up that credit. So you can actually set the target credit score that you would like, and it'll guide you to getting there in addition to your negative items being disputed. The most important thing about this is you're actually going to understand your FICO score. Most people look at their credit on Credit Karma. Credit Karma is not accurate. Credit Karma uses an algorithm called VantageScore, which is something that they made up. So when you go on Credit Karma, you see the score, and then you get a host of advertisements saying that you pre-qualify for this and that. Credit Karma is a for-profit business, but your FICO is what matters. So you want to make sure that you understand your FICO score so that when you go to buy a house, buy a car, your car insurance premiums, anything of that nature, you understand truly where your credibility stands. We also have credit attorneys, which are amazing. They will help you evaluate any additional issues. Maybe you have your identity stolen. Maybe you have collections calling you at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning or 10, 11 o'clock in the evening past business hours. Our credit attorneys can definitely assist you with putting an end to that. So, how is your credit score calculated? So I'm talking all this credit, and you're like, well, how do I even get this number? Okay. So understand that your credit is broken down into a pie chart. The most important contributing factor to your credit is payment history. 35% of your contributing credibility is from the fact that you can actually pay on time. And you want to make sure that you pay your bills on time, because if you pay them past 30 days late, you're actually costing yourself up to 100 points for being late. It's not worth it. Try your very best to get your bills on auto pay so you never miss a pay date. The next most important factor is how much do you owe? You want to make sure that you're keeping your utilization down to 30% or less. Just because you have a credit limit of $1,000 does not mean spend $1,000. Once you cross that 90% utilization threshold, that is the equivalent to a late payment. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your utilization down to 30%. Length of credit is very, very important. Banks and lenders want to see that you have a history, a good history of being able to borrow money and pay it back. So this is worth 15% of your credit score. So even if you were that college student or that 18-year-old that ended up opening up all the credit cards that were extended to you, you paid them off, don't close the account, because now you're throwing away the history that you have built, being able to borrow and pay back over a period of time. Now, this is where, sorry ladies, but I think this is where our trouble area is, new credit inquiries. You know, we go shopping and the store says, oh, if you open up a new card with us today, we'll save you an additional 25%. It's not worth it, ladies. You want to know why? Because that 25% savings today costs you 10% against your credit. that's about 10 points against your credit, and it stays on there for 2 years. It is not worth it. So definitely keep your inquiries at a minimum. If you have over 3 or 4 inquiries within a year, you look very, very desperate to lenders, and they most likely will deny you. And then the other important factor to your credit is having a good credit mix. So you want to make sure that you have installment loans and revolving accounts. You're probably saying, what is the difference? So an installment loan would be something like your car loan, your mortgage, your student loans, something that you borrow over an annual period of time, versus a credit card where it's something that you borrow more short time on a month-to-month basis. If that's great info, guys, if you are learning something today, please drop a 5 in the chat so I know that you guys are giving me high fives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad we're learning today. So, in addition to the other products, the services that I have shown, okay, you guys are learning something. Love it. In addition to the services that I mentioned, it goes a little further. So now we're going to help you with organizing your financial future. And how do we do this? Well, it starts with budgeting, right? You want to make sure that you're tracking your income and your spending habits. Now, I know that we get into a lot of trouble when we go to Walmart, we go to CVS. Why? Because we might have toilet paper on the list with maybe a loaf of bread, and somehow all those buy one get one deals, you walk out with $100 worth of stuff that we didn't plan for. We can agree that budgeting is a huge, huge trouble area. So if you have trouble with budgeting, drop a 2 in the chat so I'm not alone, because I'm still working on this myself. I love saving. I love those deals when I see them. We're definitely going to help you with building up your net worth. So as you build up your budgeting and you build up your credit, you definitely want to build upon your assets. So with this tool, you're able to discover your net worth by figuring out your assets and your liabilities and using our tools and calculations to help you create wealth. Guys, you can't transfer a job to your kids, right? But you can transfer your wealth. And this is very important. So we want to make sure that we are transferring wealth to our loved ones. We have an amazing YFL Mint. With the YFL Mint, you're able to contribute to the schools. Now, the school systems did not educate us on the financial matters of how to be financially literate or financially responsible. We actually give back and go into the schools and educate the youth about financial literacy. We have a debt payoff tool, which I absolutely love. A lot of people, they go into credit issues because they struggle with paying off debt, or they rush to go file for bankruptcy before even assessing the fact that maybe I just need to tackle this debt payoff a little bit more aggressively. So we can definitely help you out with that. So beyond that, now that we've handled those issues, we're going to go a little bit further in protecting your financial future, right? And so protecting your financial future, we have an identity monitoring program where you can actually be insured up to $1 million in the event that your identity has been compromised. It is 2020. I mean, a lot of people have been a victim of identity fraud or identity theft. If you have ever had your identity compromised, drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to see. I certainly have. I've gone to the gas station and I've purchased gas from my car, and then I checked my statement and it was $500 in gas. My car doesn't take $500 in gas. So this system can definitely alert you of that. The most important tool that I love is a will and trust. And so with our will and trust, you'll actually be able to share your assets with your loved ones. Most people, they do not take this seriously. We don't know what's going to happen to us, but why build up all of these assets? Why build up all of these things that we own and then we don't leave it properly to our family members? So if you don't have a will and trust, the state will take ownership of your assets, and then your family would have to go through probate. And probate could be costly, right? We don't want to take our loved ones through that. So we actually include the will and trust to help you protect your assets. We also have a financial lockbox, which is a roadmap to your financial contacts and information. It's a cloud system, right? So you're able to store all of your financial matters in a secure place. So you don't have to worry about digging through file cabinets or looking for old records. They're all there. You can store them there safely and securely. And most importantly, guys, if nothing else, we got to work on saving. So with our savings goal, you can actually set your goals short-term and long-term. And the system will help you track those goals just to make sure that you're on point. So if you can agree that these are powerful tools that can change your life, Give me a high five in the chat. I just want to make sure that I'm adding value for you guys. All right. So, in addition to all of the great services, as a UCES member, you actually get to participate in our Shop for Less program. Do you guys see this? You earn an average of 5.4% cash back on every purchase at over 260 retailers, restaurants, and travel bans. So it's not like a Macy's store card where you earn rewards and you have to only spend it at Macy's. Guys, look at all of these retailers that we actually get to participate with. I know most of you probably use Uber. A lot of people are healthy, so they're definitely using Whole Foods. You know, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You actually get to save and use your actual cash rewards towards your purchases. I mean, that is phenomenal. So, you might see all of this and you say, okay, I get it, it sounds amazing, but how do I make this make sense? Because I'm not really that organized. I love the services, but how can you guide me to making sure that I follow this system as closely as possible to maximize my results? Well, here you have it. We have a roadmap, guys. So in month 1, you're going to get started with your services, activate your credit restoration. You're going to set up your credit monitoring so you know what your credit score is. You're going to set up identity monitoring.
Do you have a copy of this?
Credit score. Can you please mute your line? We will answer questions at the end. In month 2 and 3, you'll be able to apply for a secured credit card, take advantage of the Credit My Rent, as well as focus in on the credit builder so that we are continuously building up your credit, right? And then in month 4 to 6, we're going to make sure we handle any additional outstanding debts that weren't resolved in the dispute process. So you're going to pay down your debts. You're going to work on your budgeting. If you have to contact the credit attorney for issues that weren't resolved, you can definitely do so. And you can also send out settlement letters or goodwill letters. And then we move down to building your financial future. And this is so important. You want to make sure in this process you are creating your will and trust, setting up your financial lockbox, and developing your savings goals. And from month 10 on and on, you're going to continue to work on all of these things. Check on your insurance and credit agencies to see if you qualify for a better rate. Did you know that if you have an improved credit score, you can go back to your insurance agency and tell them to check your credit? Because typically with higher credit scores, your insurance rate will drop. That is powerful, right? And then you just want to keep a check and keep an eye on your ongoing services. So this is the roadmap, and you can do this, you know, indefinitely, but this is what's going to set you up for success. So how do we keep track of everything? Once you sign up as a customer, you definitely get a customer portal. We have a mobile app as well. So to the left, you'll see what it looks like on a desktop computer. And then over to your right, you'll see how it comes up on your mobile device. We actually have an app through App Store and the Google Play for anybody that's an app or Android user. All of these services, guess how much? Or I should say, how less is it? Not how much, how less. All of these services are only for $188 setup fee and $89 monthly. There's no fee to cancel. There's no obligation to stick it out for a specified period of time, even though I encourage at least 3 to 4 months minimum. But definitely, this is so inexpensive. This is less than $3 a day for all of these services. So if you can agree that this is definitely valuable and powerful, give me another 5 in the chat. I'd like to see the high fives. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So beyond that, we are a company that gives back. We actually give back to the Youth Financial Literacy, so Youth Financial Literacy Foundation. What happens is for every person that joins our company as a client or as a business partner, we give $2 back to the YFL. What the YFL does is very phenomenal. Like I said, we go and we educate the grade schools on financial literacy, but beyond that, we actually extend a scholarship. Now, guys, take a look at this. Over the past 4 years, we have been able to give out over $1 million in scholarship. This year alone, we gave away $400,000 in scholarship. Guys, we pay it forward. We want the youth to be educated. We want the youth to be financial literate, and we want to help the youth. So, guys, if that is powerful, drop a 5 in the chat. Give me some high fives. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I just want to give out a little of our testimonies. So I'm not going to read all of them, but I'll read just one of them. Let's go with Todd. So Todd said him and his wife tried to get financing for a home, but couldn't go ahead with buying an apartment and desperately needed to move to a home because of their growing family. So they enrolled in our services, and to their surprise, they were overjoyed with it when their credit score went up significantly over 6 months, and they were able to get into their dream home. This is what this is all about. This is the financial solution that we provide for our clients so that they can actually achieve their financial goals. So I actually want to bring in a few people, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So I want to bring in a couple of testimonials. Do we have Tony on the line? Tony, are you in? If you are, drop me a note. Or Coach Kev, can you unmute Tony?
Yeah. Let me.
On the line.
But let me see if I could give. Let me see if I could.
I got her.
Okay, perfect.
I got it.
I think you could do it.
Hey,
yeah.
Tony, are you on the line?
Yes, I am on the line. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for that valuable information. Thank you for having me on the line today. So I want to go ahead and give my testimony, guys. My name is Tony Ballinger, Regional Sales Director with the company. And I got started with this amazing program about 2.5 years ago. Right, I seen the information on social media, probably like most of you guys have, and I was looking for a solution to help my 489 poor score. I came across the information, I got it, and it was a no-brainer. I'm also a real estate agent, guys, so you know, as realtors, we come across clients every day with less than perfect credit. So I got started with this company with a 489. I actually had an eviction, right? I come across clients every day. The first question I ask them, what is your credit score? Do you have an eviction? On the back end, I actually had a bad credit myself, and I had an eviction. So I had to fix myself before I can actually fix someone else. So I got started with the program. Fast forward from a 489, my score has increased over 256 points, right? I had that eviction removed within the first 45 days. Within the first 45 days, that eviction was gone. I had 6 collections. Those were actually removed. And I also had medical bills, guys. I know a lot of you guys probably have those on your credit profiles, but they were actually removed from mine. So I am a product of the product. These services have definitely changed my life, and also I have been able to position countless of clients who are actually looking to purchase a home. So you may be on this call right now because you want to get your credit fixed. Maybe your goal is to purchase that dream home. Maybe your goal is to purchase that car, and now you can actually do that, right? They have a roadmap set up for us to succeed, right? Cash is king, but credit is power. So now I have so many, clients who are actually in the position to actually purchase their home in 2020. And guys, this is the time. Interest rates are super duper low. But guess what? They're not for the ones who have bad credit. Only for the ones who have, a great credit score. So this is the time for us to get those credit scores in order. So when we get out of what we're in, you actually will be on the road to success. So I want to give it back to Tiffany. I want to thank you for having me on this call. And yeah, thank you.
Wow, that is powerful. So, she had a score improvement over 200 points. As a realtor, guys, don't be fooled. Even as realtors, we have our own credit issues in the background too. So we are all actually products of these services. She had collections removed. She had evictions removed. Our services can help with child support, late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, bankruptcies. Anything that is a derogatory item, our services can assist you. So I just want to thank you, Miss Tony, for giving that awesome testimony. I know you're crushing it out in the field in real estate right now, so definitely want to thank you for taking time to speak with us. I just have one more testimony that I'd like to bring on. So Miss Alyssa Constanza, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can, boss lady. So, can you share with us, why you got started with our protection plan and what it has done for you personally? Hold on 1 second. I think you are. Go ahead. Can you start over, Miss Alyssa?
I'm sorry about that. Absolutely. I just want to thank you for bringing me on the line. That was really, really great information. It was very informative. I learned a few things myself, and I'm sure a lot of people have received a lot of value, right, guys? So Tiffany did a great job. Just do me a favor and let her know and how much we appreciate that information, right? So, absolutely, absolutely. So my name's Elissa Costanza. I'm currently in New York. I really got started with this program because it was on my heart to purchase a home, but I never knew the qualifications for that. So I was looking up a lot of different programs, what it takes to buy a house, and I came across first-time homebuyer programs, but I knew that my credit was not where it needed to be. And I always put it on the back burner, like, oh, I could worry about this later, whatever. So I actually applied for first-time homebuyer programs. I got started with our program. I went from a 640 to a 709 in 30 days. I got approved for the programs, and I received over $100,000 worth of funding to go towards my first home. Guys, I don't know what that means to you, but, I'm still in my 20s. $100,000 given in grants, that's free money to be put towards my very first house was amazing. Okay, I couldn't believe it. So I got super, super excited. I just wanted to share the information with everyone that I knew because what we lack is financial literacy. And if we just learn that and work on our credit, we could change the world, right? So I got excited, and it just made sense for me to work with the company helping so many people. I actually also work in the real estate field. So, that's what it turned into 2 years down the road. I'm very blessed to be where I am, helping multiple people. I am going to purchase that house, and I would say definitely take advantage of the program. There's a few people that I'm actually setting up to gain their first homes using those programs in 2020, and now's the best time, especially with the market and those rates, but you have to be ready. Don't put this off. We're here to help you. It's a lot of great information, and I'm just super blessed.
Wow, that was powerful. $100,000 of free money. Did you guys hear that? $100,000 of free money. I don't know about you, but I personally don't know anyone that just has access to $100,000 of free money. I mean, maybe somebody that robbed a bank or follow the bank manager home. I don't know. Like, how do you get $100,000 in free grant money towards the purchase of your home? This is why cash is king, but credit is powerful.